back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Hollywood.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. He is so excited because this crowd has been one of their best assets all season. They make every game difficult. When a hard opponent comes in, the crowd rises to their best occasion. And he's been telling the students all week, we need you today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Razorbacks ready to kick it away first. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped. George 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw, it's Stockton. With the catch, it's Frazier. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running inside, it's Smith. Picks up the first down. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
And they can't make the connection.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Jackson gonna throw it. Smith's got it. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways. And you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do this all throughout the game.
And the Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? It's complete to the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
The Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Lockwood. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And the Razorbacks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
Ready. Blue 22. Blue 22.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Jackson will throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Pulls it in. It's Platt. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The run inside. It's Smith. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Creates a little space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the snap, it's Frazier. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Looking for more room. The 20. The pick 6. He takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a receiver going in motion. Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the catch. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll give to Frazier. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Finds his big tight end. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the option. He'll pitch it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Jackson will throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. It's complete. At the 45 on his way. Caught, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphries. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air, it's Stockton. He's not afraid to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Going over the top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The misconnection leaves him with a third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They'll take this opportunity to talk things over on the sideline. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Jackson gonna throw it. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. That's caught. It's Marshall. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Caught in the backfield. It's Marshall. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Jackson will throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Running inside, it's Smith. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. This will likely be the last play of the half. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the number 15 team, the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Mustangs with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Might as well give it to him again. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
On the run, fires downfield. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a... return on the interception.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback, and they're able to come away with a pick.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Here's a give to Frazier. Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Powers through the defender. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man, like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yards, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense, their head's spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Frazier. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line.
And that's a really good stop by this defense. 3rd down, they run the football, they're physical. You gave up some yards on the possession, so be it. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Pressure coming. Plucks it out of the air. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll go to the counter. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Open on the left side, it's Smith. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun match.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
What a big stop for this defense in the 2nd half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. They stop him in his tracks and they'll head to the other side of the field. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. So now it's 2nd and long. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Steps away to find some room. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Stockton. Gets it out fast. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Pocket breaking down. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Motion from the wideout. The give, running right, it's Frazier. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Hill. He'll try to do it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
The Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He's got him. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the change for a first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
To the air on first down. Hauls it in with one hand. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game, and you're going to have to just start taking shots.
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Working that left side now. Breaks free, and he might be gone. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Man, it's players over plays, and then, like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
He wants to throw it again. Fires to the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Makes a connection. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And offensively, man, they just keep finding him time and time again, and he's making plays. And if I'm the defense, I got to do something different. Like, I got to put a safety over the top. I got to double cover him. I got to do something because right now this rhythm and this timing is on another level.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Hill. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Oh, they're after him. And it's a sack.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Intercepted deep in his own end. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. 3rd and 11.